Thank you, Mark. The 6th all-English European final. Red and white flags flying high away towards our left. We've got the white and navy flags flying to the right. Those in the bottom 6 in the Premier League battling to make it into England's 6 in Europe's elite for next season. Expect the unexpected, Paul Robinson.
Oh, well, what a fantastic atmosphere. We was here only, 2 or 3 weeks ago for the Athletic Bilbao Manchester United game, and they put on a real show and a real atmosphere. Impressed by the stadium. This is an incredible location for what is going to be a fantastic game. 2 Premier League teams to fight it out on foreign soil. The atmosphere has been building for 2 or 3 days. It was slow tonight in the stadium. Fans came in dribs and drabs. Certainly not now. It's absolutely packed and electric in here.
Well, a reminder of the 2 teams, and for Tottenham Hotspur, they have made just the one change from the team that played against Bodo Glimt in the second leg, because they made wholesale changes for their last Premier League game, as they now pose for a team photo down below in all white with just that trim of navy. Vicario is in goal, Porro, Romero, Van de Ven and Udogie. That change is Sarr for the injured Kulusevski, Bentancur and Basuma, Richarlison, Solanke and Brennan Johnson. Now for Manchester United, they've tried to be competitive with their team selection. They've gone quite strong in the last couple of games, and so from the side that actually played against Chelsea last Friday, it is the one change where Yoro comes back from injury to replace Lindelof. Onana is in goal, Yoro, Maguire and Shaw the back 3, Matsraoui and Dorgu are the wing backs, right and left respectively, Casemiro, Mount, Fernandes, Ahmad and Højlund. Red shirts, black shorts for Manchester United. I just wonder what is the best approach when you're going into a cup final. I noticed Oliver Glasner kept it quite strong from a Crystal Palace point of view that reaped its rewards in the FA Cup final at the weekend. There has been a different approach from Ruben Amorim as well as Ange Postecoglou ahead of this final here in Bilbao.
I must admit, when I saw the team selection from both managers at the weekend, I did like what Ruben Amorim had done, going strong with his, a strong 11 going into this game. And we spoke about it a couple of weeks ago, didn't we? We said, what were they going to do? Are they going to go play a weakened team in the weekend before this game? And my answer was, well, they don't really have a strong one, do they? I think it's personnel and with the system that they want to play, getting used to that. But obviously Ruben Amorim went very strong, and I like that at the weekend. Ange Postecoglou didn't, but as we've said in the build-up, there is so many subplots surrounding this game.
Listen to this response from the Tottenham Hotspur supporters as Christian Romero walks over the Spurs players. They've been warming up away to the right, and then I think they've been told to switch ends, but Romero said no, we're going to form a team huddle just outside the penalty area in the Manchester United half, and as the Manchester United players break from their huddle, Tottenham are still linking arms over each other's shoulders.
Interesting tactic from Tottenham and the players. Christian Romero had the toss down below us here on this near touch line. Bruno Fernandes chose to turn round, so his goalkeeper Andre Onana, he's got his back to the Tottenham fans, but Christian Romero very cleverly there didn't turn round immediately, grabbed all the Spurs player in a huddle on the edge of the 18-yard box where Manchester United are in that half, and they did their little team talk and huddle.
Our referee is Felix Feyer from Germany, who took charge of Paris Saint-Germain against Arsenal. Actually celebrated his 44th birthday earlier in the week as he is poised to get us underway. Great noise, as I'm sure you can appreciate on BBC Radio 5 Live. The first of 4 live European finals where we are inside the stadium. Lisbon, Wroclaw and Munich to come. But these are the sounds of Bilbao. Forget the rewards of the Champions League. Forget the debate of worst European winners. The game is about glory, and these 2 supporters do not care about all the stuff that's been going on around it. They want to win this trophy here tonight that is up for grabs. They are desperate, particularly the Tottenham supporters, for that long, long wait for silverware.
It's a really fine line, isn't it, between setting up a team to go and win the game tonight and setting up a team not to lose. Both sets of supporters after such a poor season. Tottenham even more so because they've been starved of silverware for so long. Desperately want to put an end to that 17 years without the trophy.
So Spurs are playing from left to right as we look, and Udogie goes back to Van de Ven. Van de Ven on the edge of his penalty area to Vicario, controls it inside his penalty area, and Romero now towards Porro, but closed down by Dorgo quite high up as the Manchester United fans are singing that song in tribute to Ruben Amorim. I've been thinking about it for ages, thinking, what tune is that? And it's Bonnie Tyler. It's a heartache.
You spent all afternoon researching that, have you? Is that what you've been doing?
I did.
Telling me you're doing your notes.
You could argue that they're holding out for a hero. Early in the game then here in Bilbao. Basuma coming forward. Chips it. Johnson makes the run. Shaw has to race back with him. And Shaw plays it off the legs of Johnson, but in fact, the assistant referee on this near side has awarded Spurs a corner kick that Manchester United are furious about.
Well, it looked to be a goal kick initially. Luke Shaw wraps his left foot round it, kicks it off Brennan Johnson. Brennan Johnson seems to be the one that appeals the loudest. That should have been a goal kick, but the assistant down beneath us here on this side is giving Spurs the first corner of the game.
5 Live available on the BBC Sounds app, and we're also live on BBC Radio London and BBC Radio Manchester tonight. Porro waits to take the corner kick. Left arm aloft, right footed, and the referee's blown his whistle. Harry Maguire knocked to the floor.
How did you know he was going to do that? That's an old trick of the referees. You watch so many football matches and the referee knew that he got the decision wrong. VAR would have spoken to his ear. No sooner as Pedro Porro kicked that ball, it's left his foot, he's given a free kick for Manchester United in the penalty area, correcting a wrong decision.
Onana tells everybody to go downfield. They're not going to play out, they're going to go long here, all in green, away towards our right, strikes it right-footed. Romero, though, climbs well in the air. Referee, though, has given a free kick in favour of Manchester United. And imagine that was for Romero coming over the top of Højlund.
He's absolutely clattered into Højlund there, Romero. Spots the ball from a long way off, he picks the flight really well, comes over Casemiro and crashes into Højlund. Referee right in the spot, gives Manchester United a free kick immediately. As we've said, noticeable that both teams are going a lot longer and more direct.
The Stadium San Mamés in the heart of Bilbao is throbbing as Manchester United waits to take this free kick in a central position midway through the Tottenham Hotspur half. 0-0 in the early stages. Shaw, left-footed. Maguire tries to peel away, gets his header sliced by the Tottenham defence. And in fact, it's gone behind for a corner kick. Vicario couldn't keep the ball in play.
Really cold piece of defending there. I think it was Destiny Udogie. Free kick from Manchester United, deep took from Luke Shaw, finds Harry Maguire, and he just has a really wild swing at it. Udogie comes off the outside of his left shin. Vicario looks to try and keep it in, but to no avail. It goes out for the corner.
Manchester United's first corner kick, far side to right. Bruno Fernandes, the captain, who has really been their talisman this season, particularly in this competition. Waits far side to right. 0-0. Right-footed into the near post. Comes out to the edge of the area. Porro breaks first from the Tottenham ranks. Shaw was there to tidy up. Mazraoui then goes back towards Bruno Fernandes. Gets his head on it. And Vicario was a little slow coming off his goal line. Højlund beat him to it. Bruno Fernandes inside the area. Vicario back in position. Shot comes in. Strikes the back of Mason Mount. And Tottenham survive. Their goal, in truth, despite the panic, wasn't threatened.
I'm not so sure Vicario judged that through ball very well. I think he had more time than he thought. Højlund was very quick over his shoulder. Got there before the Tottenham goalkeeper, kept it in play. Reversed it to Bruno Fernandes, who just couldn't weave his way through and get a clean shot off.
I mentioned that 5 Live will be live inside the stadium for the 4 European finals that are coming up over the forthcoming days. Next season, 5 Live will bring you more Premier League football than ever before. 209 matches will be live on the 5 Live network. And we've got the final day to look forward to on Sunday, where we'll be based at the City Ground to see who will finish in the top 5 for Champions League qualification. One of these two sides will also be in Europe's elite next season. The question is, who? As Ama picks it up in the centre circle, overruns it. Basuma was there. Pace is a very lively one, Paul.
It's been played at a million miles an hour. No team can really get a foothold in the game. Possession's been sparse, 1 or 2 passes and then the turnover of possession. Neither team have really settled. The crunching into challenges, pressing high on the field, and the changeover of possession has been very, very quick. 2 nervous teams, you can see, 2 nervous teams, very noisy, very loud inside the stadium, and the players just haven't settled yet.
Which is what you predicted when we did the preview for the social media, for the 5 Live Sports social media feeds. You thought it might be like this.
Yeah, I thought they'd go at each other hard for 20 minutes, really close each other down and press, and as the game progresses, if nobody gets the opener, we might be in for a tense one.
Here is Richarlison, forward, Casemiro wraps his leg into the challenge and wins the ball. Matchrawi now for Manchester United, still 0-0. We're in the 7th minute here on BBC Radio 5 Live and the BBC Sounds app. Should say that 3 of the last 4 finals have all finished 1-1 and have been settled via a penalty shootout.
And you wouldn't be surprised, would you, with these 2 teams, but for what's at stake for both of them, repeating ourselves about their poor domestic campaigns, but it can't be underestimated, the Champions League purse, the place in the Champions League and the offer of European football, it's huge for both of these 2 clubs.
Hoyland runs forward, he's got Basuma going with it every step of the way. Goes out for a throw, Felix Fire, the referee, just says delay that throw and I think tells Hoyland just to settle down as he was turning around to berate the German referee. Manchester United are attacking the end where they're near 15,000, that official allocation are housed behind the goal. But it's the Spurs supporters now in the end away towards our right who generate the noise here in Bilbao as Manchester United go back. And Yoro then receives the ball from Matchrawi on that far side, the right. Maguire, who was an unused substitute in the Europa League final 4 years ago. But Manchester United would not be here if it wasn't for his dramatic winner against Lyon. As they're forced back. And Yoro inside his penalty area to Onana. Solanke made the run towards him, passes it out towards Shaw, closed down quickly by Johnson. Manchester United now, as a result of that, Tottenham benefit, they get a throw.
Yeah, Ruben Amorim down beneath us on the touchline, the technical area. He's really not happy with Lenny Yoro and Andre Onana playing out from the back, putting the ball at risk. Goalkeeper gave Luke Shaw a really awful pass, couldn't really get the ball away, and they're giving away possession again.
Porro had a fine season, very consistent for Tottenham with the throw to Bentancur. Here is Basuma, passes the ball back. Every outfield player is in the half away towards our right. Romero goes out now towards Porro. Porro now hits the ball in. Oh, there was hesitation from Onana, and it needed the intervention from Matchrawi with a header behind for a corner because Richarlison was steaming in.
Brilliant defending from Matchrawi on the far post. Saved a certain goal. It was a wonderful ball in from Pedro Porro. Goalkeeper Onana misjudges the flight completely, gets stuck underneath it. Matchrawi doesn't know where his surroundings are. He doesn't know where Richarlison is, but he gets there in front of the Tottenham defender and heads it away for a corner. Really excellent piece of defending.
Pedro Porro walks over to the far side, the left, to take the corner kick for Tottenham. 0-0. We've been playing for nearly 10 minutes. Felix Fire again has to have a word with Hoyland, this time getting too tight to Bentancur. I've got to say, in a very crowded 6-yard area. Porro waits, looks relaxed. Referee as watchful as ever. Porro hits it now with pace, punched away by Onana, edge of the area. Header from Johnson out towards Basuma, feeds it back out towards Porro on the left. Porro with a cross, repelled by the head of Mount, stood firm with his legs apart. Bentancur then now towards Udogie, and Udogie on this near side will run away from Ahmad. And Ahmad just barged into him, and the referee gives the free kick to Tottenham.
That's clearly a tactic that Tottenham worked on with the set plays. There's a very, very full 6-yard box there in front of Onana. Referee delayed the corner coming in, had to speak to 2 or 3 players in that 6-yard box. Pedro Porro delivered the corner with whip, dip, pace and bend. Really difficult one for the goalkeeper to defend. Gets a fist on it and gets it away.
Udogie, far side to left, gets the ball back from Richarlison. He's just inside the Tottenham half now with Van de Ven. Across towards Romero, a key partnership at the heart of that Tottenham Hotspur defence. Porro now from right back, hits the ball long. Solanke will run. Maguire has to come across, and Maguire lifts the ball forward. Interception from Johnson. Johnson now into the penalty area. Johnson with a cutback. Onana got something into it. Volleyed goalwards then by Papsar. Manchester United's defence stood firm. I think he needed a touch from Onana.
That's the first real clear opportunity of the game. Really good closing down by Brendan Johnson on this right hand side. Harry Maguire tries to play a short ball to Luke Shaw. Johnson just nicks in and gets the wrong side of the Manchester United defender, and once he's in the 18-yard box, Harry Maguire can't touch him. Onana comes to his near post, spreads himself, makes himself really big. Ball comes back out to Papsar in return, hits the shot, but it hits it straight at Harry Maguire. Good press and good play from Tottenham.
Free kick then to Tottenham. Porro to take it, few yards outside, left side of the penalty area. Manchester United have got everybody back inside their penalty area. Ahmad just stands as a solitary figure behind that spray from the German referee. Onana has a word of Dorgu, who's just the first of the Manchester United players in that long line of red on the edge of the 6-yard box. This is going to be an in-swinger from Porro. Onana waits. Bit of jostling going on. Again, the referee is keeping an eye on that. Porro fires it in, strikes Richarlison with his back to goal. Richarlison picks it up, shot blocked, spins behind for a corner kick. All the pressure from Tottenham.
Great opportunity for Tottenham for Richarlison. The ball just wouldn't sit for him. Casemiro was lazy in defending there, couldn't quite clear it. Hits his own play with a clearance inside the 6-yard box. Ball falls to Richarlison and it just won't sit in time for him. Gets a left foot shot off, but Bruno Fernandes is there to block it. It's all Tottenham at the moment.
It's an extremely congested 6-yard box for another corner kick to Tottenham. Another one on that far side to the left. Again, the referee has had to blow his whistle, and on this occasion he's having a word with Papsar, who's just standing in front of Andre Onana. He dies in the back of his head at the moment. There's Felix Sveyer. Corner kick then for Spurs. Far side to left, Porro to take it, another in-swinger. Maguire gets his head to it, drops from the edge of the penalty area. Johnson too much underneath it, and he's adjudged to have caught Dorgu. And it'll be a free kick to Manchester United. 13 minutes played, still 0-0 on 5 Live.
He jumps in front of Dorgu. Johnson puts his arm across the Manchester United defender. He's caught him, he's catched him. I don't think there's any intent there, just catches him across the face. Referee gives the free kick immediately. But again, that corner kick from Tottenham, it's such a dangerous delivery into that 6-yard box, and Manchester United struggling to defend them.
Tottenham Hotspur, who have won all 3 encounters against Manchester United this season. And their first meeting, you know, was the 28th of January 1899. But in 126 years, Spurs have never won 4 in a row against Manchester United. Manchester United have managed it on 6 occasions. There's a first time for everything. As Dorgu tries to get round the back of Porro. Referee says no. Free kick. Bentancur clears. What is interesting in all 3 meetings this season, Bergvall, Maddison and Kulusevski have featured in all 3. Indeed, they started in all their last meeting back in February, and they're all injured. But Spurs supporters of a certain generation will recall 1984, when they had selection issues. Steve Perryman suspended for the second leg of that UEFA Cup final against Anderlecht. Glenn Hoddle was missing, Ardiles only on the bench. So parallels with their last European success 41 years ago. Mazraoui, meanwhile, for Manchester United, floats it out towards Dorgu, near side to left, level with the penalty area. Didn't beat Porro. Cross blocked, out for a throw to Manchester United. 15 minutes played, 0-0.
It's been played at such a fierce tempo. I mean, the atmosphere inside the stadium is excellent, isn't it? And that's filtering down onto the pitch, and the players may be getting a little bit caught up in what is a fiery atmosphere.
Dorgu did ever so well to get onto the end of Maguire's long ball. Looked like it was going away from him, but his stretching cross, and Romero's turned it behind for a corner to United. 0-0.
Manchester United's turn now. This time it's Harry Maguire, going a lot more direct over the right full-back area. Dorgu does extremely well, outstretched left leg, puts it back across on the volley, going across the Tottenham 6-yard box. Romero cleans up at the near post.
Bruno Fernandes walks across, acknowledges the Manchester United support. red shirts, black shorts, playing from right to left as we look. Corner kick on this near side to left. This will be a right-footed corner. It'll be an in-swinger from the Manchester United captain. Vicario waits, in it goes now. Vicario comes, doesn't get there. Maguire tees it back. This is Ahmed. Ahmed looks for a shooting opportunity and fires it across the face of goal and out for a goal kick, 0-0.
Brilliant from Ahmed. Really, really good forward play. Gets it onto his right foot. He crashes a shot across the front of Vicario's goal. But it's Vicario again. He's flapping at the corner. It's a decent delivery by Bruno Fernandes. But his depth and height perception as he comes out, Vicario, it's something he's struggled with in recent weeks. Vicario played his best game for Tottenham away at Manchester City when he got injured. Since he's come back from his injury, he's not been the same. He's really struggled with through balls and crosses, and that was another example of it. Ball comes out to Ahmed, he gets a lovely angle on the shot, flies far past the far right hand post, gets lucky, the Tottenham goalkeeper.
He's hoping it's a case of third time looking tonight. Ahmed, he was a runner-up with Manchester United when they lost on penalties to Villarreal, and then a year later in Spain, actually in the beautiful city of Seville, he was a runner-up with Rangers as they lost out to Eintracht Frankfurt. And here he is now, Ahmed picking the ball up, but he's stopped in his tracks and then backing away for the ball over on that far side. It will be a Tottenham Hotspur throw on the left.
I can't believe the pace that this game's been played at.
Frenetic,
17 minutes in, and it really is played at a fierce pace. There's no team that you could say is having the better of the game. Tottenham have had a spell, Manchester United have had a spell, and neither one have had a really good sustained spell of possession.
Thunderous pace inside the San Mamés Stadium here in Bilbao. Solanke picks up the ball midway through the Manchester United half, leaves it towards Richarlison on the left. Richarlison's cross. Making the run from midfield was Papsar. Shaw retract the run, put out a play for a Tottenham throw.
A great ball in by Richarlison, cuts back on his right foot, whips it to the near post, and Papsar, he makes the right run, but he just doesn't do it without any conviction. I think if that was Solanke or Richarlison on the end of his own cross, there might have been a different outcome, but Papsar just didn't look convincing at all.
18 minutes played. We're awaiting the opening goal here on 5 Live. Live on the BBC Sounds app as well. And with the new audio stream that's available through the BBC Sounds app as well, and that live radio dial, you've got the cricket as well, which is on Sports Extra, and then we've got a simulcast tonight on the National League playoff between Forest Green and Southend on Sports Extra 2. A new facility that will give you more choice of listening through BBC Radio 5 Live. But this is the Europa League final, and it is 0-0 as Solanke holds the ball up. Good scoring record of late against Manchester United in his career. Out for a Tottenham throw on that far side to left. The Manchester United side, incidentally, who are the only unbeaten team in Europe. They have won 9 and drawn 5 of their 14 games in the Europa League. Richarlison nicks it into the path of Porro. Mount got the ball first. Porro though was caught and he's hobbling back to his feet as Onana, overarm style, throws it out towards Matsraoui. No let up in the pace.
Pace is frenetic, it really is. Turnover possession.
Ahmed gets away from Udogi, rolls away from the Tottenham left back, plays it back to Bruno Fernandes, along the ground now towards Maguire. Every white shirt though back behind the ball. Here is Shaw. Dorgu on this near side to left. Mason Mount had made that run out towards the left touchline, goes back towards Shaw. Once again, from a position of promise, they find themselves a little bit now on the back foot. Shaw hooks it over his head. Nice touch though by Mason Mount towards Dorgu. Tries to run away from Porro, who followed him, and he opens it up towards Yoro. Yoro now will quickly pass the ball towards Matsraoui on the Manchester United right-hand side. Ahmed now has it with that short pass, but comes to a standstill and then passes it back towards Yoro, who's recovered from that injury that forced him out of the Chelsea game on Friday. That's the only one change that they made from that defeat at Stamford Bridge. Ruben Amorim said he wanted to keep the preparation to be competitive. He thought that was the best way of approaching this Europa League final that you're listening to on 5 Live, Radio London and Radio Manchester 2.
It really has been an excellent start, pace-wise and tempo. Both managers on the touchline trying to get messages onto their relevant teams, but I'm not so sure that the players are going to hear anything inside this stadium. The atmosphere, like the game, is brilliant.
you imagine what it would have been like had Athletic Bilbao not been knocked out in the last 4 by Manchester United?
It was excellent here for the home leg, wasn't it, when they played Manchester United here?
Here is Dorgu, forward, left-hand side, looks for a cross, delivers it. Mazraoui rising, his header low, couldn't get there first, comes out towards Amat, slides it in. Bruno Fernandes, low ball in, and gathered in safely by Vicario at his near post as Højlund was on the follow-up.
Again, Manchester United's best opportunities have come down their right-hand side. Amad's going to be the one that's causing problems. He gets in once again, in behind Udogie. Udogie pushes on, can't get back into position. In turn, he finds Bruno Fernandes. He tries to get it across the 6-yard box. Vicario that time at his near post dives out, takes the catch.
From a goalkeeper's point of view, we talked about the different approaches just then from the two teams, as Vicario, who hasn't featured in the last 2 Premier League games, and Kinski actually, incidentally, is not even on the bench tonight for Tottenham. From a keeper's perspective, would you have preferred to have played?
Absolutely. As a goalkeeper, I mean, there's only the early rounds of maybe a domestic cup and away at a non-league or a smaller league club that you might not fancy playing. But as a goalkeeper, it's about confidence, it's about playing every week, getting into a run, getting into a groove. If I was coming into this game, I'd certainly want to play the 2, 3, 4 games leading up to this for sure.
That's Paul Robinson, the former England international, who was here 3 weeks ago when we watched Manchester United collect their only clean sheet in the last 10 games, incidentally, against Athletic Bilbao in that 3-0 success. And the red shirts here have been awarded a free kick midway through the Tottenham half.
They were good, weren't they? Manchester United, I think that's arguably the best performance that I've seen from them under Ruben Amorim, because they played an Athletic Bilbao side who are an excellent team, the best defence in the league, and it was on paper it looked like a really tough conquest for them.
And had to deal with a very lively atmosphere as well, as Shaw. Passionate support that if you've ever been to this proud region, the Basque region of Spain, you'll know what it's all about. A unique club of Athletic Bilbao, and the supporters are extremely partisan. Nothing materialised from the free kick. From a throw on the right, Ahmad stopped by Basuma. Richarlison still quite deep inside his own half, comes forward, dispossessed though by Mazraoui. Casemiro, who scored in both the semi-final legs against Athletic Bilbao. Manchester United in possession. Bruno Fernandes inside the centre circle. Solanke goes with him. Out to Mazraoui. Back towards Bruno Fernandes. Takes it on the run and shows too much to Udogie. Pops it up towards Richarlison and invites Mazraoui to head the ball for Manchester United. Spurs, they'll have it back. And that is Solanke that has been felled, and it will be a free kick to Tottenham as the players surround the German referee, quick to get their point across to the match official.
It's such a tough call to say who's having the best of the game. When you look at the stats now, in the last 5 minutes, Manchester United 62% possession to Tottenham's 38, but earlier on in the game it was probably the flip side of that for Tottenham. It really is such a closely fought, tight game. There's no space on the pitch whatsoever, and both teams are battling, appealing, fighting for every single decision.
24 minutes played, 0-0. This is Van de Ven at the back for Tottenham. Goes infield to his defensive partner Romero, the Spurs captain. Son is on the bench tonight, and then Porro slides it in short, but Johnson was expecting a ball over the top. Breakdown in communication, out of play for a Manchester United throw.
It's got to slow down at some point, the tempo in this game. Somebody's got to try and take the game by the scruff of the neck, whether it's a Bentancur, a Papsar, or a Basuma, a bit of quality on the ball, Bruno Fernandes, Casemiro. Somebody just control the game and have some sustained possession.
Basuma stepping forward from midfield, good run. Dorgu says he gets the ball, the referee agrees with him. Shaw chips it away, Dorgu can't keep the ball in play, it's a Tottenham throw. Midway through the Manchester United half on this near side to right, 25 minutes played, still 0-0.
It's the wide areas and the pace that Tottenham have got. Brennan Johnson on this near side, they're looking behind the 2 fullbacks that Manchester United have got, and Dorgu pushes on to try and exploit that pace.
Porro waits, he's level actually, he's just crept forward, he's now level with the penalty area on the right hand side, gets it back, shields the ball away from Mason Mount, tries to wriggle through both Mount and Dorgu. Dorgu that wins that challenge, and it'll be a free kick to Manchester United. Sanj Postecoglou, his 100th game tonight in charge of Tottenham, first Australian to lead a side into a major European final. and he is yet to take charge of Tottenham, where the game is finished goalless.
That's incredible, isn't it? In 99 games, he's never had a 0-0. Surely he's not going to start tonight, is he? I mean, he's under huge pressure, isn't he? We know, talked about his future before the game. But we saw him come out before the game, walk through the plethora of media that were below us, and he got a fantastic reception from all the Spurs supporters in unison.
It's on 5 Live last night, and Kelly Cates said, "What do you expect?" I said, "I can't call it." I said, "I don't know which way it's going to go." I said, "But there's one thing for guarantee, it won't be goalless." The last goalless draw for Spurs was against Milan in March 2023. There's been 111 games since. And you watch the curse of the commentator, it'll be 0-0 and we'll go to penalties later on tonight. We'll have to wait and see. In fact, I've got to say there was a great statistic from Bill Edgar in the Times that Ange Postecoglou is looking to be the first manager to go without a goalless draw in 100 games since Bob Brocklebank for Bradford City in the early 1960s. Bill Edgar comes up with some absolute belters of statistics. If you're a little bit of a nerd like my good self, you like that, didn't you?
It's an incredible stat, it really is.
Great
and
name
it's
too.
one of those stats that you're probably not ever going to find out whether it's true or not, because it's that good.
Great name as well. That's Bob Brocklebank, not Bill Edgar.
Easy for you to say.
27 minutes played, and it is 0-0. Bentancur, forward ball. Udogie on that far side, the left with the cross. Onana. Well, you could see him shouting towards Dorgu. Dorgu wasn't that far away, but Dorgu didn't know that nobody was coming from behind him. He just bent his knees and chested the ball behind for a corner. 27 minutes played, 0-0.
There was nobody around him, was there? Chip ball to the far post. Goalkeeper knows it's going out. You can see Andre Onana on the replay screaming to Dorgu, "You've got time, let it go." Whether he didn't want to take the chance, he couldn't hear him. Puts it on his chest and he puts it out harmlessly for another corner. Didn't need to do that, Dorgu.
So in front of the Tottenham Hotspur supporters, the two banks of predominantly white shirts that fill that allocation. At the end towards our right hand side, Porro on this near side, the right, lifts his left arm. He was ready to take the corner kick, and the assistant referee has stepped in front of him. Once again, the referee is just having a word as a bit of jostling in that crowded penalty area. Porro patiently waits, now delivers it, right-footed, comes towards Richarlison, hooked away by Dorgu, headed back by Basuma. Maguire heads it away, gets good distance on it, like head tennis at the minute. Casemiro's header gets a good length, and then Bentancur running back all the way towards Vicario, right-footed, plants it downfield, first time all in yellow. Solanke tried to chest it back towards Romero, who'd stayed in the attack. Udogie off the chest, quickly closed down by Ahmad. Free kick to Manchester United. It is relentless.
And it's another example there of Tottenham's goalkeeper not taking any chances. Normally there, we've seen him so often earlier on in the season. Long ball back from Bentancur, normally would take a touch, look to play out. He was getting closed down by two Manchester United players. Took no chances, foot straight through the ball back into the Manchester United half.
But for all the hurly-burly nature and the fast and furious frenetic pace of the game, there's been very, very few chances. Ahmad flashing one across the face of goal as Manchester United with the free kick. Ball stroked downfield by Bruno Fernandes towards Ahmad, who bursts into the penalty area. Ahmad now fires it in, and then eventually it's Papsar who puts it out of play for a throw.
He's got the beating of Udogie. Ahmad, he's been the liveliest player on the pitch for Manchester United. Once again he fronts Udogie up, and once he gets in the penalty area, he knows that the Tottenham defender can't touch him. Papsar tries to double up, there's two of them there. Goes one way, goes the other way, turns in Udogie inside out, doesn't know where he is, gets a decent ball across, goes out for another corner, but he's been sharp. Ahmad, he's been lively, he's been the best player for Manchester United.
Just a delay to that throw-in on that far side, because Romero is down actually inside the 6-yard area at the moment. So a lot of white shirts are surrounding the captain. He's flat out on his back is Christian Romero. It was Ahmad who was coming forward. I'm not too sure whether there was a bit of a flailing arm by Højlund that might have just caught the Spurs skipper just on the side of the face.
That's exactly what it was, isn't it? Both of them fixed on the ball. Højlund trying to get a steal, trying to get in front of Christian Romero, but in doing that catches the Tottenham skipper with an elbow to the side of the face.
And still, but in fact only now as he just slowly but surely got to his feet, So the game should be able to resume. Half an hour played. 5 Live. BBC Sounds App. Radio London and Radio Manchester from the BBC. And it is still 0-0. Manchester United from that throw-in on the right-hand side go back to the halfway line. Shaw in the centre circle goes long. Flicked on by Mazraoui. Ahmad controls it. Strokes it back. Early ball in by Fernandes. Blocked by Sark. And off his legs it runs out for a Manchester United throw 10 yards up from the corner flag.
It's definitely an area that they're targeting Manchester United, even then when they go longer. But it's Ahmad, that time it's Mazraoui, pulls away to the left hand side onto Udogie. Manchester United get another throw in the opposition's final third.
Manchester United again with that throw. Ahmad, Richarlison in front of him, away from the Brazilian. His cross though was wayward, it was deep and out of play it goes for a goal kick that Vicario will take. Paul Robinson.
I think they'll be glad of the rest, the players. I think Vicario's taken his time, ushering the Tottenham players up the field. His two centre-backs are in the 18-yard box, doesn't look like he's going to give it to them. But the game's been played at such an incredible pace. You can't really say who's having the better of the game. There's been no real opportunities. Neither goalkeepers had to make a save to prevent a sure goal. Both sides are pressing high, pressing fanatically. And it's been played at a real pace. Tottenham players now all going up to the Manchester United half, and once again no chances taken. The goal kick's going to be going long.
They weren't afraid to go long, were they, when you were in the Arctic Circle for that second leg against Bodo Glimt? And from that they go downfield and Richarlison is able to turn. Just showed too much to Casemiro, who's got an excellent European record. Casemiro, of his 8 European finals, he's been a runner-up just once, and that was indeed just the Super Cup against Atletico in 2018, as Bissouma was caught on that far side and has stayed down. Play continues meanwhile. 13 minutes to go to half time. Bissouma is still not on his feet. It was a heavy challenge as Maguire hits it long. Dorgu can't keep the ball in play and it goes out for a Tottenham throw, but still Bissouma is down.
Yeah, he got caught. Free kick wasn't given. He made a lot of noise over on that far side. It was Mazraoui, and to be fair to Mazraoui, the Manchester United defender, he does just stand his ground. Bissouma runs into him. There's a collision of knees. Looks a painful one, just above his knee on the thigh. It'll be a dead leg. Will be a painful one. And Postecoglou waving over to his player. Get up, I think he said, if you can lip read on the television. It's a painful one for Bissouma.
Well, I'll be hoping that it is an injury that he can shake off, given the fact that there's no Bergvall, Madison or Kulusevski. Although they have travelled, came out a day earlier than Manchester United just to settle in this northern city in Spain. It is the 7th largest stadium. It's a very impressive one as well, as we are 10 miles south of the Bay of Biscay. It was a gorgeous day yesterday, clouded over a fraction this afternoon. The atmosphere, it would seem, has been quite a decent one, hasn't it? Figures ranging from either 60 to 80,000 English football fans in the beautiful city of Bilbao.
Listen, what we've seen this afternoon in the city, the atmosphere building, both sets of supporters. It's been a brilliant atmosphere, but they've also been joined by Athletic Bilbao supporters as well. Such a great bunch of passionate supporters. They've welcomed the two English teams.
Udogie coming forward. He was having his shirt pulled there by Ahmad, but he still goes on. And Udogie makes a run now towards the left corner of the area. And then the referee gives a free kick to Tottenham. I wonder if he's going to produce a yellow card. We're yet to have a yellow card so far. But Ahmad was definitely pulling the shirt of Udogie.
Yeah, Udogie got the wrong side of Ahmad. He was away from him. He was pulling his shirt, pulling him back. He chose to let him go. Passed him on to Bruno Fernandes, who in turn, he took him down, giving away the free kick. The players are surrounding the referee. I think the Tottenham players want a yellow card for Bruno Fernandes. Ahmad's getting booked for the initial shirt pull, which the referee didn't actually blow for the free kick. It was the challenge by Bruno Fernandes that he blew up for.
Ahmad then is quite rightly booked 10 minutes before half time. It was persistent holding, which the referee, to his credit, tried to let the game flow. It's a free kick then to Tottenham, playing from left to right, probably about 6 yards in from the left touchline, and about 22, 23 yards out from goal. Manchester United once again have Ahmad just as a one-man wall. Højlund also stands as a solitary figure, and then you've got a line of red shirts trying to deal with Van de Ven, Richarlison, Brennan Johnson, Romero and Solanke. Felix Meyer, the referee, having a word with two Tottenham players, Richarlison and Van de Ven. There is a good gap though, good 10 yards between the line of Manchester United players and Onana, who's just off his goal line. Porro hits it in low, stopped by Højlund. Ahmad can't get there, and then clattered away by Bruno Fernandes, and it will go all the way through to Vicario, all in yellow, outside of his penalty area.
That was Pedro Porro's first real poor delivery. Tottenham had everybody set up, it looked like a really well worked set play, but the delivery wasn't right.
Brennan Johnson now, he delivers a cross, Solanke handball. Bounced up, clear handball, free kick to Manchester United.
It's getting scrappy, isn't it? I think the game's getting a little bit stop-start. Referees having to give a lot of free kicks. Bruno Fernandes currently surrounding the referee. Whenever there's an incident now, the referee's getting surrounded by both sets of players appealing. Udogie on the far side, Basuma was just caught. This time Bruno Fernandes is in the referee's ear. Onana taking his time, and once again, the United players making their way down the pitch, and Onana's going to go long.
About 8 minutes to go to half-time of normal time here on BBC Radio 5 Live. Onana hits it, right-footed. Højlund had three white shirts to contend with, dropped towards Johnson, downfield, Maguire's header to Richarlison, gives Solanke something to chase. Yoro didn't go back, caught in possession by Sarr. He had Solanke behind him and he turned, and Sarr was the one breaking from midfield, but he's picked up there by Onana, still goalless.
Took a chance there, Lenny Yoro, falling behind, he's getting closed down by Solanke. He was half waiting for his goalkeeper, but the goalkeeper was never coming. He was 10-15 yards away. Lenny Yoro took a chance, turned into trouble, turned into Pap Sarr. He got away with one there, Lenny Yoro.
Onana goes long, again Romero beats Højlund in the air, comes towards Maguire, heads it forward. Bruno Fernandes has gone down holding his head, the referee will have to stop play. Bruno Fernandes, I think he's alright. He got up, had a word with the referee, and then went back on his back to start rolling around again. Yeah,
he's been in the referee's ear for about 5-6 minutes now, Bruno Fernandes. He generally seems to have one of those phases in the game when he starts moaning at the referee, he's not happy. There's a coming together there, both jumping for the ball, both of them eyes fixed on the ball. Pap Sarr gets there first, there's a slight clash of heads. Bruno Fernandes goes down, immediately rolls around, and then when he gets the free kick he gets up and he still moans at the referee.
And from that free kick, Maguire hits it right-footed out towards Dorgu, controls it in between his legs off that left boot, rolls it back towards Shaw. Has the experience, of course, of playing in a European Championship final with England, indeed scoring in 1-2. Is Ahmad able to turn? Mazraoui on the overlap. Mazraoui's cross blocked by Udogie, and the loose ball stayed in play. Picked up by Richarlison, who runs forward, and Richarlison now has Basuma going ahead of him on that left-hand side. Basuma runs into Mazraoui, picked up now by Fernandes to Højlund. Højlund uses his strength to hold off Van de Ven, and then the referee gives the United free kick. You don't have much time on the ball in this game.
No time whatsoever. It was a free kick that time. Højlund did really well. Number 9 play, if you like, back to the goal on the halfway line. Van de Ven was taking no prisoners there. Took Højlund, took the ball. Referee brought it back. It was a foul. Manchester United get another set play where again they're just inside the half. They look like they're going to go forward with it.
And they go to Ahmad, and Ahmad now runs forward. Ahmad cuts to the edge of the penalty area, gets his left-footed shot away, and it was a lot of the pace was actually taken off it, and he stayed down, Ahmad. Play continues meanwhile for Spurs. It's not a head injury, but I think Udogie does the right thing and puts it out of play for a throw, because Ahmad is in a lot of pain.
Yeah, he's holding the back of his neck. Ahmad laid down about 10 yards outside the Tottenham Hotspur penalty box. Tottenham players questioning what he's done. He's cut inside, he's hit a really good shot, and it's a collision with Richarlison. He just falls awkwardly. It's one of those where you fall awkwardly, his shoulder and your neck, you just crick your neck. Looks like he's going to be okay. He's got up now, to the frustration of the Tottenham fans.
That low shot though which was comfortably saved by Vicario, has actually gone down as the first shot on target 5 minutes before the game. You know how these two sides...
shot? That wouldn't have even gone over the line.
I know, but that's what I'm saying. It has been credited as the first shot on target. But you know how these two sides have got contrasting fortunes?
Yeah.
And they play well on a Thursday night. And I think you made a joke on Five Live. I've heard you say it. This is a Wednesday night. This feels like a Premier League game.
Reverted to type. I mean, it's a Premier League game on foreign soil, isn't it? Both of these have had excellent European campaigns. Manchester United, obviously, still unbeaten.
Play underway. Bruno Fernandes and Ahmad is all right as well and running freely. Masraoui stabs it towards Bruno Fernandes. Caught though in possession by Papsar. For Tottenham Hotspur in predominantly all white, playing from left to right as we look here in Bilbao. 4 minutes to go to half time, still goalless. Richarlison waits and now receives the ball on that left touchline. Bentancur makes the run into the inside left channel. Plays it back out towards Sarr. Low cross comes in, Johnson is there! He's smuggled the ball over the goal line! Brennan Johnson for Tottenham Hotspur! The breakthrough goal! 4 minutes before half time! Delirious celebrations in the Tottenham Hotspur end! There was nothing that O'Reilly could do! And Johnson counts! And Tottenham Hotspur lead! Manchester United by a goal to nil!
And it was a scrappy goal. It was a wonderful ball in from the left-hand side. Right-footed in-swinger. The Manchester United defence, they couldn't deal with it. The goalkeeper stayed on his line. Brendan Johnson got there. He got there in front of his defender. Didn't really make a clean connection with it. Andre Onana dived to his right. Fumbled with his left hand. Fumbled with his right. Couldn't keep it out the goal. It was the first good bit of play from Tottenham on that left-hand side. Lovely whipped-in ball. In behind the back four. In between them and the goalkeeper. Papsar it is with a delivery. Bounces just in front of Brendan Johnson. Bounces up. Hits him on the underside of his thigh. Then he gets another connection with it. Pokes it past Onana, who's already on the floor. And watching the replay, that comes off Luke Shaw's hand. That's going to be an own goal. Brendan Johnson gets there at the near post. It comes off the underside of his leg, comes back, hits Luke Shaw's arm, and it's Luke Shaw who diverts it.
Oh, does Brendan Johnson get a second touch?
Has he had another touch?
I think he might have had a second touch. You're right. As it strikes Shaw, as he's fallen to the floor, he just has a little swish, and he might have got another telling connection.
Whatever it was a mess, it was scrappy, and it wasn't pretty from Manchester United's point of view, but it was a brilliant ball by Papsar, and Brendan Johnson's made the most of a scrappy situation at the near post.
And still that record goes on. I told you that Ange doesn't do goalless draws.
And he also doesn't do many clean sheets. We might have a few more goals yet.
Yeah, 13 clean sheets in all competitions this season for Tottenham. But they have had the better of the meetings against Manchester United. They've won all three this season. And for the fourth consecutive time, they have scored the opening goal against United, who've got a chance to immediately respond. Bruno Fernandes with a free kick. Richarlison volleys the ball away. It goes out for a throw on the far side. All the noise is coming to the end away towards our right. The end to our left, that is predominantly red, is silent.
Well, you can see what it means to those Tottenham fans. Immediately when that ball hit the back of the net, they came down the stand in their droves. People falling over seats, falling down the aisles. And over in that far corner, Brendan Johnson, Papsar celebrating. The scenes over to our right, absolutely fantastic for those in white shirts.
It's his 18th goal of the season. He scored after 38 seconds against Bodo in the first leg. As here is Bruno Fernandes, his volley in the penalty area blocked. We've had to wait a little longer for the opening goal here in Bilbao tonight. It arrived 3 minutes before half-time. Tottenham lead. Manchester United's cross by Bruno Fernandes, volleyed away by Basuma. Comes out towards Maguire. We're inside the last 60 seconds. And if you thought from a Tottenham point of view it's been an agonising wait since 2008, the next 45 minutes will be purgatory as they lead. But to dare is to do. That is the club motto. And he gambled, he did dare. And he reaped his rewards for Brendan Johnson. And they are bouncing in the stands, are the Spurs supporters. Great noise here in Bilbao. I think there's been if you're not a supporter of these two, there's been an ambivalence.
I I don't think there's such a thing.
Fascination.
There isn't a thing as a neutral inside this stadium.
No.
You said about the allocation, the ticket allocation, all you can see is red and black or white and blue. There's no real neutrals inside this stadium. The noise is phenomenal. The game did need a goal. It was a scrappy goal. It wasn't pretty, but the Tottenham supporters won't mind. Just watching it again, Papsar's ball into the near post was excellent. Scrappy from Manchester United's point of view. Off Luke Shaw's arm, into the path of Brennan Johnson. Looking at it again, taps it into the corner. Onana can't do a thing. Clutching at thin air.
A strong smell of sulphur too, from maybe some of the pyrotechnics that had been let off in the Tottenham end. They were crazy scenes of celebration. We're into 2 minutes of added on time, and all the noise is still emanating from the Tottenham Hotspur supporters. Manchester United awarded a free kick. Bruno Fernandes goes long. Diagonal ball. Maguire is the target. Headed away. Loose ball picked up by Amad Diallo. Short. He chips the ball in. Headed out by Romero. Nobody had gone with him. Now it's Amad. His cross. Vicario's come a long way and collects it. 1-0 to Spurs.
Simple catch for the Spurs goalkeeper. Takes the pressure off his defence. Takes the pressure off the back four. Manchester United looking to the far post again. Delivery from Fernandes. They look to Harry Maguire. Comes back out. Luke Shaw again looks for Maguire at the far post. That time the Tottenham goalkeeper collects the ball, and he's certainly in no hurry. They want that half-time whistle,
which is seconds away. Vicario with a long clearance, flicked on by the head of Solanke, picked up by Richarlison. Richarlison rolls, does well to get away from Mazraoui, delivers the cross, it's a deep one. Dorgu being closed down very quickly by two Spurs players, but lets it go out of play for a throw. And there indeed is the half-time whistle. A half-time which hasn't had many goal-mouth opportunities, but we have had a goal. And if you can envisage a scene of white Tottenham flags flying and still jumping Tottenham supporters celebrating, then that goal from Brennan Johnson 3 minutes before the break is the difference. Your thoughts, Paul Robinson?
Well, you look at the two sets of supporters, the contrast between the two. You think that the final whistle had gone, looking at those Tottenham supporters. The Manchester United fans away to our left, gone off for the half-time refreshments already. There seems to be a party on the right-hand side. Still a long way to go in this game. I can't see how on earth this game can stay played at the pace that it has done for the first 45 minutes. It's got to settle down at some point. One of the sides, it needed a goal. The game needed a goal for it to kind of level out, if you like. Manchester United arguably had the better play in the final third, but Spurs with Johnson, Richarlison, they've taken their opportunities in the wide area, and they've got the pace, and they've got that all-important lead.
And the Spurs substitutes have waited for every outfield player for Tottenham to leave the playing field, and I noticed that Son, with his green bib, gave the goal scorer a warm embrace. It was a hearty hug that Brennan Johnson has just received from Son, who is amongst one of the substitutes. But half-time here in Bilbao, Tottenham Hotspur 1, Manchester United 0. Thank you, Mark. Welcome back to the San Mamés Stadium here in Bilbao in northern Spain, where Tottenham Hotspur are 45 minutes away from landing their first silverware since 2008 for what would go down as their best season in 41 years. Such are the fine lines in sport. If they were losing, we'd be talking about their worst season since relegation in 1977. But they are ahead by 1-0. That Brennan Johnson goal just before half-time. We are back underway and neither side has made an alteration, although Romero has taken a blow to the face, which will allow me to run through the two teams. Manchester United in the second half, attacking where the Tottenham supporters are housed, away towards our right, from left to right, with Onana in goal, Yoro, Maguire and Shaw, Mazraoui and Dorgu, Casemiro, Mount, Amad, Højlund and Bruno Fernandes. Red shirts and black shorts. Tottenham Hotspur in predominantly all white, with just that little bit of a navy trim. Vicario in goal, a back four of Porro, Romero, Van de Ven and Udogi, Sarr, Bentancur and Basuma, Richarlison, Solanke and the goal scorer Brennan Johnson, as Højlund chests the ball towards Mason Mount. Dorgu overruns it, but it has been a scruffy type of game, and in many ways the goal is symptomatic of their seasons.
Well, I think that the goal really was in keeping and fitting for a game. It's been a poor game, in all honesty, hasn't it? It's not been a great watch. It's been scrappy. Both teams pressurising each other. The turnover of possession has been so rapid. Nobody's been able to get a hold of the game. And the goal was that scrappy. It matched the rest of the game.
Spurs supporters generating the noise. Solanke picks up this ball and runs forward. He ran in towards Shaw. The referee, Felix Fire from Germany, says no free kick. And the German match official in his ultra blue referee shirt and black shorts has tried to let the game flow wherever has been possible, though despite that not many chances have been created. The locals call this stadium the Cathedral. Given the way that these two sets of teams have played this season, they'll be looking for some sort of divine inspiration, I would imagine. Certainly Manchester United will, given the fact that they're going to have to come from behind now early in the second half. Live on BBC Radio 5 Live, also available on the BBC Sounds app, and we're also live on BBC Radio London and BBC Radio Manchester. As Matsraoui on this near side with a throw goes back to Yoro. Yoro, the ball slowly rolls to the feet of Maguire as Solanke runs towards him. Maguire passes the ball to Ahmad, who lays it off towards Matsraoui midway through the Tottenham half. Shortening field towards Fernandes, collects the diagonal ball back. Nice play by Manchester United. Ahmad with a cross, Højlund with a header. It was slightly behind him, and as he slipped a little bit as well, couldn't get the power, couldn't generate it goalwards, dropped safely out for a goal kick.
Good start by Manchester United. Quick again it's Ahmad on his right hand side, ducks into the box, whips it with his left foot. Unfortunately for Højlund this time, it's just behind him, he can't really get any connection on it, goes out for a goal kick. But there's better start from Manchester United. They're going to look again to Ahmad. But Mason Mount's been extremely quiet, hasn't he? I think obviously he got the start in the game today, and you've got to think that it's in Ruben Amorim's mind just how long it is before he shuffles his pack, and Garnacho would be the obvious one.
Yeah, Garnacho, who's on the bench. We thought that Joshua Zirkzee was out for the season. He travelled and is fit enough, but will only be limited in terms of possession, in terms of match minutes rather, as Van de Ven has just been shown a yellow card.
It's just clumsy by Van de Ven. Again, it's a coming together with Højlund. Højlund's well within his rights. He gets in front of Van de Ven. Van de Ven, he's looking at the ball, but he just smashes Rasmus Højlund in the back of the head, back of the neck. Takes out the Manchester United forward. A really silly challenge from Van de Ven, and gets himself a yellow card. And again, it's a free kick for Manchester United in a dangerous position.
Second yellow card of the game. Van de Ven booked 4 minutes into the second half, joins Ahmad in the notebook of the German match official. Bruno Fernandes to take this free kick, 10 yards in from the right touchline, right footed. Aim towards Casemiro, header away by Bentancur. Spurs player was knocked to the floor there, that was Romero. Maguire was standing over him, and then as Maguire was then running back, he was in an offside position, but the two continue to exchange words, the two central defenders. Nobody backing down over that, Maguire and Romero.
The two of them at the far post have both got their arms wrapped around each other. And when the ball does go out the Spurs box, neither wants to let go. It's a bit like, what was it, Strictly Come Dancing? That wasn't it, neither wanted to let go. Romero then fell to the floor. They got up, put their heads together. Credit to Rasmus Højlund, he just pushes the pair of them apart and says, go on, get on with it.
Vicario waits to take the free kick. Romero certainly made the most of that. Right-footed downfield. Spurs lead 1-0. Casemiro wins the aerial duel with Sarr. It's not back towards the two of them. Sarr's header goes up. Casemiro heads it away. Bentancur's header gently towards Brennan Johnson. Solanke a willing runner. Shaw has to concede a throw over on that far side. Tottenham Hotspur have the initiative.
Well, the game certainly continued the pace of the first half, neither side letting up. Manchester United arguably starting the better, in the better of possession, but again both sides snapping into challenges all over the pitch, looking for fouls, looking for free kicks, moaning to the referee.
Ball goes back towards Onana, clears it inside his 6-yard area. Højlund heads it towards Ahmad, cut out though by Udogie. Van de Ven tidies up with a back pass towards Vicario, and then a little flick, controls it, passes the ball out towards Porro. Bentancur just nudges it into the path of Brennan Johnson, got there first before Dorgu. Porro, a little bit off balance, clears it long, scoops it high downfield. Maguire's header but there was Papsar, and Papsar adjudged to have fouled Casemiro. Free kick to Manchester United, still scrapping.
There really is no rhythm for either side. The free kicks that they're giving away are clumsy. It's stopping any side getting any type of momentum. That time it was Papsar, went through the back of Casemiro in the middle of the pitch.
Maguire's header, Brennan Johnson lays it behind him for Basuma, and then Basuma steadying in the midfield to Porro. Porro does a 360-degree turn just inside the Manchester United half. They can't keep the ball in play, and it goes for a Manchester United throw as all of a sudden the temperature has dropped. There is a little bit of freshness inside the stadium, with a bit of cool air wafting into our commentary position here in Bilbao. Matsraoui near side the right back with Yoro. Saturday's 5 Live Sport, Northampton Bordeaux in the Rugby Union Champions Cup final at 2:45, followed by Arsenal against Barcelona in the Women's Champions League final at 5 from Lisbon. As Manchester United come forward, Mason Mount, last touch came off him. It'll be a Tottenham throw, and every challenge is being cheered vociferously by those Tottenham supporters.
Yeah, Romero and Van der Ven, they've played well. They're a good partnership and the understanding's there between them, but they have been over-aggressive in challenges. I think that's set the tone for the rest of the Tottenham players as well. Those two are the two leaders at the back. When Romero plays well, generally the Tottenham team tend to play well.
The stadium has actually hosted a Champions League or a Champions Cup final, Leinster against Racing, in 2018. In fact, it set an attendance record, and indeed last year it held the Women's Champions League final when Barcelona beat Lyon by 2-0. In a week's time we'll be in Wrocław as well as Lisbon at the weekend, and then Munich to come, all inside the stadium on BBC Radio 5 Live for those 4 European finals as we are here tonight. 8 minutes into the second half, and Tottenham Hotspur still are 1-0 up.
Yeah, Richarlison this time it is, trying to hold up possession. Mazraoui takes him down on the halfway line. Again the play breaks. Tottenham players amble forward. As you can hear the Manchester United fans in the background booing. Nobody in a white shirt wants to take this free kick. We've still got a long way in this game to go, and from Tottenham's point of view, you can't imagine they're going to try and manage the time down from 54 minutes.
Van der Ven chips it long. Little flick there with the head of Richarlison. Offside from Sarr, who is close to delaying the restart, but eventually just walked away just in time. Onana is actually the one who's going to race across to take it. I don't think there was a willing taker actually from a Manchester United point of view, but Onana goes across towards Maguire. They go further square towards Shaw, and now Dorgu, the left wing back. And out of play. No, it'll be a free kick to Manchester United. 9 minutes into the second half.
Mason Mount and Bentancur. Bentancur just pulls back Mason Mount.
Dorgu on the stretch. Mason Mount keeps it in play. Hoyland over the halfway line. Leaves it. Forward ball from Casemiro. Cut out though, out for a throw. Tottenham, as you will reference, they went almost back to basics. They did go quite direct against Bodo Glimt. Here they're just clearing their lines at the first opportunity in this second period.
We saw them do it in Eintracht Frankfurt, we saw them do it in Bodo, and they didn't apologise for going longer. Like I said, neither of those performances were pretty, but there was a job done. And as we speak, to highlight that point, Pedro Porro puts his foot through it, and it's like kicking for touch far into the Manchester United half. It's a difficult one for Tottenham because they're not a team that are full of confidence. To try and see a game out, a cup final out from this distance in to the final whistle, it's going to be a very tough job. Manchester United, they'll be looking to stay in this game. The longer this goes and it's still 1-0, they'll always feel there's a chance. The pressure will go, they'll start to take more chances going forward.
I would think within the next 5 minutes it's a matter of time before we see Garnacho. Ruben Amorim with his white pumps, very casual looking, the 40-year-old Portuguese coach, looking for his side to level this Europa League final here in Bilbao, against the backdrop of a deafening noise being generated by the Tottenham Hotspur supporters, as Richarlison gets away from Ahmed, who's slow to get to his feet, and Richarlison is quick to go to ground, and Bruno Fernandes is desperate to get the ball off Richarlison and actually prevents the restart of that free kick. with a little flick as he was still on the ground.
That's good refereeing. I mean, that was one of the situations there where Richarlison went over far too easily, and he tried to pull the ball back into his body with his hand. He tried to referee the game. It wasn't a foul, he dived, he went over far too easily. The referee said no, get on with it, and he gave the free kick to Manchester United for a Richarlison handball.
11 minutes into the second half here on BBC Radio 5 Live, and Bissouma is slowly taking his time for the throw. Felix Spire, I think, he's given him the hurry up. Not a great deal of movement to Richarlison. Holds off, Mazraoui behind him, just over the halfway line. Goes out for a Manchester United throw that Mazraoui will take quickly. And then Bissouma catching and fouling Bruno Fernandes. Free kick, stands in front of Casemiro. He's told to retreat. He was very close to getting a yellow card there. The referee trying to show his authority.
It's ugly, isn't it? It's an ugly game. It's a really poor watch at the moment. Spurs making it that way, though.
That was a cynical foul by Richarlison. Just hacked down Mazraoui and gets a yellow card, and you've got to say deservedly so.
Absolutely. Yeah. Crude challenge from Richarlison. No attempt whatsoever to play the ball. Tottenham did this, didn't they? Like we said, they did it in Bodo, and they managed to see the game out. They got that second goal, the cushion of the second goal. You do just get the feeling that Manchester United are starting to dominate possession, and the longer this game goes, the deeper Tottenham will get, and it's still a long way to go.
Just over half an hour as Manchester United have a free kick, right hand side, a few yards in from the right touchline, playing from left to right. Papsar stands alone. As Bruno Fernandes in towards the near post and was just looking for that little touch by Yoro, and actually as it came in, it was a very, very awkward one. Just couldn't get enough on it, could he?
Do you know what? That's such a good delivery from Bruno Fernandes. There's a gap there at the near post between the defenders and the goalkeeper. Such a difficult one for Vicario to judge. It's got whip and it's got dip on it. Bounces just in front of the Tottenham Hotspur goalkeeper. Yoro just can't get enough connection to lift it over him. Brilliant delivery from Bruno Fernandes.
Not too sure that Vicario knew much about it. It did strike the side of his chest as it goes out, but Manchester United have certainly had more of the possession in this second half, of which we played 13 minutes, but they still trail by a goal to nil. Yoro out towards Mazraoui. Down the line he goes to Ahmed. Van de Ven, drawn out of position, goes towards Ahmed. He wanted the return ball. Instead it's Casemiro. Goes out to that far side to Dorgu. Shaw is over on the overlap. Here is England international. In now towards Mason Mount. Mason Mount holds off a couple of challenges. Does ever so well as he's losing his feet to keep the ball in play. Well, actually just presents it to Porro to win a throw for Tottenham deep inside their own half. They lead 1-0.
That's a really good play from Mason Mount, but another example of how deep that Tottenham are. Mason Mount was trying to keep the ball in on the byline. I just looked, every single Tottenham player, Dominic Solanke, was within 18 yards of their own goal. And when they do win the ball, they get the turnover possession. At the moment in the game, Tottenham don't have an out ball higher up the pitch.
Manchester United, the only unbeaten side in Europe, the top scorers in this Europa League competition this season, need a goal to level this final, as Ahmad with pace and menace bursts into the area. Richarlison on a yellow card had a nibble at him. He might have got the ball. Bruno Fernandes comes to him, tees it towards Yoro, takes it on, plays it towards Maguire, midway through the Tottenham half. Now towards Shaw, far side the left, blocked by the goal scorer Johnson, and then cleared away by Solanke. But they're sitting so deep, it's Solanke who's got to chase his own ball.
They're so deep, Tottenham. You can imagine the pitch as we're sat up here in our elevated position, looking down. They're so deep, everybody's inside that defensive third for Tottenham.
There's a momentum building for Manchester United. Mount with the early ball in low, looking for Hoyland, took a deflection, scooped up by Vicario.
They can't play like this, Tottenham, for another 30 minutes and try and see the game out. Manchester United are completely dominating possession. They're trying to pull those white shirts out of position. To Tottenham's credit, they're defending well, they're sticking at their task, but you can't imagine that one is going to be enough for Tottenham playing this way. They're going to have to manage their way through a long 30 minutes plus added time.
49,224 is the official attendance inside this stadium that actually holds 53,000. So you think that, still think it's a scandal that you only had just under 15,000 tickets available to genuine match-going supporters who, by hook or by crook, have made their way to Bilbao. And as you will testify, that is not easy.
It certainly isn't. No, especially when you miss a connecting flight, Ian, isn't it?
Loose ball picked up by Sarr. Maguire's header forward, Casemiro. Bruno Fernandes getting on the ball for Manchester United, but then the interception from Johnson. And he gets it back from Sarr as he comes over the halfway line and runs forward. But the white shirts are slow to get with him. Sliding in is Dorgu, and the referee says he got the ball. Goes behind for a goal kick. Johnson slams his hand into the turf in annoyance.
Just another example of Tottenham's lack of willingness to go forward. Brennan Johnson takes on Dorgu, who does actually make a good challenge, gets the ball. Johnson looking up, there's nobody in a white shirt anywhere near the Manchester United penalty box.
Mason Mount. Dorgu continued his run. Cross takes the deflection. Ahmad takes it on. Ahmad inside the area. Looked for too long, dwelt on the ball, and there was Bissouma to dispossess him, and now Bissouma launches a counter-attack. In fact, still they come forward, and this is Solanke, a little bit off balance, and Solanke couldn't get there. Then it goes out for a goal kick.
That's an unbelievable chance. That really is a good chance for Tottenham. That's what they've been doing. They've been sat deep, waiting for that counter-attack. That was the moment. Bissouma bursts forward. He's got a 2-on-2. Casemiro can't keep up with Solanke. Plays it into Solanke, but it's far too far in front of Dominic Solanke. Can't take the first touch, and he runs out the play harmlessly. But that's what Tottenham are going to try and do on the break.
Rob Schofield, our producer, has said the stats for passes completed: Tottenham 97, Manchester United 253.
It shows you the way that the game is. It shows you the way that Tottenham are trying to break things up. They are quite happy to go long, and they're quite happy at the moment to not have possession. All they need is one moment like that in the game to capitalise on a counter-attack, and they can get that second goal. But it's a risky strategy.
Casemiro. Yoro goes square. Mazraoui inside the centre circle. 63 minutes played. Ahmad midway through the Tottenham half, near side the right to Bruno Fernandes. Joint leading scorer in the competition. Now to Casemiro. Out it goes to Dorgu on that far side. Still no playing in front of the white shirts of Tottenham. Casemiro now with Harry Maguire. Maguire. Forward ball. Yoro. Ahmad waits on this near side. Mazraoui is ahead of him. Opens up for Yoro. Runs forward. Still keeps it. Stretches out towards Maguire. Maguire then to Ahmad. Richarlison to close him down. Ahmad can't get past Richarlison. Richarlison, even though dropping to his knees at one point, quickly back to his feet and clears it. Bruno Fernandes just about gets it out of play for a throw. Otherwise Solanke would have been faced one-on-one with Yoro.
Solanke is such a distance from goal, though. He's the only outlet that Tottenham have got. Richarlison does well there. Doesn't shirk his defensive responsibilities. Goes one-on-one with Ahmed, wins the ball back, gets the ball up the field. They are, I know I keep repeating it, but they are sitting so deep, Tottenham, when they don't have the ball.
Manchester United, who've not won in 6 against Tottenham since a 2-0 victory at Old Trafford in October 2022. They've never gone 7 without a win in that long history between the two clubs. But Manchester United are still trailing as we are edging our way to the midway point of the second half here on BBC Radio 5 Live, also live on Radio London and Radio Manchester. Udogie waits to take a throw, but there's a delay because Richarlison is down.
I think he just felt his hamstring on the stretch. He tried to nick it around Bruno Fernandes, overstretched. You can hear the supporters. Son's players come over.
They've seen that the Spurs substitutes were warming up away towards our right, which is the Tottenham end, and then they saw that Son, who's been such a great servant for Tottenham, is getting the call to come on. He missed 7 games, but he's had an opportunity. He got 32 minutes against Crystal Palace. Played 74 minutes against Aston Villa. So clearly they didn't want to risk him from the start here. But Son Heung-min, who lost the 2019 Champions League final and the 2021 League Cup final, is going to be coming on, and he's getting the captain's armband as well from Romero, and it is Richarlison who is going on.
Yeah, worked hard, Richarlison, not so much avail in the forward areas, but worked hard defensively, carrying a yellow card as well, made a couple of poor challenges, walking off carrying his left boot in his hand, trying to encourage his teammates as he walks off. But this is a good substitution for Tottenham. He's probably close for Son, whether he started the game or not. Experienced player of quality that the manager can call on.
And not only that, Son actually makes a bit of history for Tottenham Hotspur, because he now is the European appearance record maker, beating the record that he previously shared with Harry Kane. It is his 68th appearance in European competition. But still, no Garnacho.
No, Manchester United substitutes since half-time, since we came out of the second half. They've all been off the bench, and they're all in that bottom left-hand corner beneath us, warming up, stretching, but no sign of any activity or signals coming from the Manchester United manager yet.
And we have been playing now for 67 minutes. Hasn't been pretty, but it is still captivating for what is at stake. As there's a yellow card there to Basuma for the delaying of a restart for a free kick to Manchester United and holding Ahmad.
Yeah, becoming petulant as well at times, isn't it? Really silly free kicks, niggly free kicks. Basuma it was that time, gets himself booked for his reaction. Tries to stop Ahmad taking a quick free kick, wraps his arms around him. Referee, to his credit, he's handled a difficult game reasonably well.
It's the fourth yellow card and the third to a Tottenham player. Midway through the second half, then Spurs still lead 1-0. Free kick goes right down the throat of Vicario. He's lost it. Højlund heads it goals. Fantastic goal line clearance by Van de Ven. Hit goals by Euro, blocked, and Spurs managed to get the ball away. Van de Ven is still tangled in the goal line, in the goal net. What an acrobatic goal line clearance. He's injured. He's off the field of play. In fact, he's now rolling into the 6-yard area. How did he keep that out?
What a brilliant goal line clearance from Van de Ven. That's incredible. He's gone high. He's jumped with both feet. He's managed to hook it off his goal line. He certainly won't thank Vicario for that. Once again, Vicario. It's a difficult through ball from Bruno Fernandes. It's a difficult one for the goalkeeper because it's straight, but he's got a clear view of it. Dominic Solanke gets in his way, but he should still get up and above Dominic Solanke. He gets it all wrong, Vicario, fumbles the ball, it falls to Højlund, heads it goalwards, and Nicky Van de Ven flies acrobatically through the air, lifts his right boot and right leg high under the crossbar, and somehow manages to scoop it away for Tottenham. Goalkeeper makes a real mess. Van de Ven gets him out of jail.
I just said it's right at his throat. I thought that would be absolutely simple for a goalkeeper of his standing, Vicario.
It was, but there's been a problem for him of late. He's been really poor since coming back into the side. He got two hands on it and he wasn't looking. His depth perception wasn't right. He went over Solanke's head. He should be up and over Solanke, catching it cleanly. He took it at the same height as the Tottenham attacker's head, which caused him the problems. Came to Højlund. What a clearance, by the way. What an incredible clearance that is.
Went through his hand, struck his head, and then Højlund with a header, but Van de Ven with the acrobatic goal line clearance. Garnacho and Xerxes are coming on. Incredible that we're seeing Xerxes. We were told he was ruled out for the season, but they pushed him, he responded, and when we spoke to Ruben Amorim yesterday, we said we're surprised. He said, yeah, me too. But Garnacho waits to come on, and they need something to happen for Manchester United, because they only have 20 minutes. Mentioned before, about 3 of the last 4 finals have finished 1-1, and we've gone to a penalty shootout. Manchester United need to get on the scoreboard. They're trailing by a goal to nil here with 20 minutes remaining. Garnacho waits with his peroxide blonde hair and the bushy-haired figure of Xerxes. In the minute, meanwhile, Casemiro plays it forward towards Batshuayi. Van de Ven follows him all the way. inside the Manchester United half. Porro picks up the loose ball. His diagonal cross is cleared by Yoro, headed forward by Udogie. Son now picks it up. Son runs forward. Ahmad gets the foot into the challenge. Still very, very scrappy. Mazraoui free kick to Manchester United.
Do you know what this is like? This is like a load of school kids on lunchtime playing in the playground chasing after a tennis ball. It's been such a scrappy game. There's no kind of pattern, there's no rhythm to it, but we're getting to the stage now, the last 20 minutes as Manchester United make these substitutions, that Tottenham really will now go into defensive mode, and Manchester United, they've got to give it everything. They've got 20 minutes to try and salvage something.
Mason Mount and Højlund are the two players coming off. Joshua Zirkzee comes on then for Højlund. He's missed the last 8 games with a hamstring injury when he picked up that against Newcastle in mid-April. And Garnacho comes on for Mason Mount, who scored those 2 very good goals against Athletic Bilbao in the second leg at Old Trafford. And Garnacho comes on with 19 minutes remaining, and Manchester United still trail. Ahmad to Yoro. So Zirkzee has gone central. Ahmad is on the right, Garnacho on the left.
Same shape as you would expect from Manchester United. Change of personnel. Zirkzee playing down the middle as the number 9. Garnacho is a lot more effective on that left-hand side. He could be the game changer for Manchester United.
18 minutes remain. Yoro finds Zirkzee, lays it off. Mazraoui the cross. Bruno Fernandes with a header. Down into the ground and just wide. Good chance that they created, but Bruno Fernandes off target.
Best chance of the game for Manchester United. Spurs defenders, Romero and Van de Ven, for the first time in the game, you could drive a bus between the middle of them. Bruno Fernandes goes into the box right between the middle of them. Mazraoui plays a lovely ball into Fernandes, diving header, but he's just in front of the near post, doesn't get the connection, doesn't get it right. Unfortunately for Tottenham and their supporters, it goes wide, but again it's a warning shot from Manchester United.
Spurs have offered very little, if nothing at all, in this second half, in an attacking sense.
Nothing at all. They had that one really good opportunity when Basuma and Solanke made a mess of a 2-on-2 situation, but other than that, we are literally fixed looking to our right with Manchester United attacking the Tottenham defence.
Garnacho spreads the play out towards Yoro, still inside his own half. Ahmad on this near side, the right, waits. Ruben Amorim desperate to try and get Manchester United players going, waving his right arm around in a circular movement. Dorgu towards Garnacho, closed down very quickly by Bentancur, and out it goes for a throw that Manchester United will have to take quickly.
Incredible atmosphere that we had. There's just a slight lull, there's a nervousness, and you can feel that just drifting down onto the pitch.
Garnacho comes forward on the left, but again another good challenge came in from Porro. Still the ball though, Luke Goldwood saved this time and caught this time by Vicario.
2 ironic cheers from those in white shirts behind him. Garnacho, it was one-on-one with Porro, gets round the full-back, lifts it up. It would have been a corner, but Vicario takes a clean catch. They're going to need more of that, Manchester United, from Garnacho.
Spurs do try and play out from the back. It goes back to Vicario, and on this occasion he takes no chances. Right-footed long clearance. Bruno Fernandes flicks the ball forward. Zirkzee back towards Fernandes, hits it first time out towards Garnacho. Garnacho controls it, now runs forward on his toes, enters the area. Garnacho shoots. Vicario makes the save. Low down to his left and spoons it behind for a corner. Manchester United are on top.
Much better from Manchester United, and it is that man Garnacho on the left-hand side. We see him do it so often. Once he gets into the box, nobody can touch him. Brennan Johnson nowhere near him. Porro can't put a challenge in. Gets on his right foot, low down to Vicario's left. It's a decent save with a strong hand, but one you would expect the Tottenham goalkeeper to make.
Just over a quarter of an hour remains, and it is tense here in Bilbao on BBC Radio 5 Live. Bruno Fernandes with a corner kick, near side to right, right-footed. Solanke gets the ball away with a header, picked up then by Ahmad. Out towards Bruno Fernandes, feeds it back towards Ahmad. Oh, a challenge there by Brennan Johnson. Just managed to prod it away and concede the corner kick.
He was almost in Ahmad there, wasn't he? Really good 1-2 by him, and Bruno Fernandes down on this near touchline. Fernandes slips Ahmad in through the legs of Basuma. Johnson with a last-minute challenge.
Fernandes again waits. Bruno Fernandes right-footed. Comes out towards Shaw, edge of the area, strikes it, blocked by Sarr. Shaw will get there first, plays it back towards Mazraoui. Plays it long, Bruno Fernandes lays it off. Casemiro, caught in possession by Bissouma. The break is on for Tottenham, who still lead by a goal to nil. Excellent challenge being made there by Dorgu. Manchester United get it back. And we're back now still to this frenetic pace here inside this stadium in Bilbao. As Manchester United, with 14 minutes remaining, look for an equaliser. Garnacho comes forward, Shaw on the overlap. Challenge made by Porro. The referee says it's a goal kick. I think some thought he was pointing to the penalty spot.
I think it was, yeah. The Manchester United fans away to our left from a distance. The referee's arm went straight and he pointed towards the 6-yard line rather than the penalty spot. I certainly think Pedro Porro held his breath for a minute. Again, Manchester United winning the ball back. Dorgu tracking back Son. It was a lovely challenge. Turnover possession, and the first player they looked for, Garnacho down the left-hand side. Luke Shaw, it was overlapping. Porro doesn't really get much of the ball, but in the referee's opinion, enough of it.
This is Tottenham's 4th European final, whether it be the UEFA or Europa League. I was actually surprised that it's only their 8th ever UEFA fixture in Spain, and they've never won. Obviously they lost the Champions League final in 2019 in Madrid. They've drawn 3 and they lost 4. But they could be getting such an important win here. It's been such a long wait for silverware, and that long agonising wait may be over. They've still got another 13 minutes of normal time to endure here in Bilbao. They're on the defensive, and Manchester United have all the possession. Yoro out towards Ahmad, right hand side, plays it back. Yoro able to carry the ball forward. Kevin Danso is going to be coming on, so another defensive substitution in the offing for Ange Postecoglou. Shaw infield, Casemiro's forward ball easily stopped by Bentancur. And it's a Tottenham Hotspur throw on the right.
Interesting choice in substitution from the manager. We wait now, the referee signals at the substitution, the board goes up, and it's Brennan Johnson. Now that is a defensive substitution if I've ever seen one. Taking a right winger off and bringing a central defender on. Be interesting to see where he plays, whether he slots in as a holding midfielder in front of the back 4, or they are actually going to switch potentially to a back 3.
Well, Son actually is running across to get those instructions from Ange Postecoglou. As Brennan Johnson, the goal scorer, the only goal that we've witnessed here in Bilbao, goes off on the far side of the field and now whips up the Tottenham crowd as he takes the plaudits as he walks in front of the celebrating Spurs supporters away towards our right. And Danso is on. And it's
a back 5.
Back 5.
It's a back 5. Now that is going into a back 5 very, very early. Should they concede now, you look at the other options that Ange Postecoglou's got. That is one of the biggest statements that he can make. Tottenham are so deep and they've been sat in their edge of their own box most of this second half. Now with the back 5, they're only going to get deeper. Looking at what they're doing, they're asking Udoghi's going to play left wing back, the 3 centre halves, and Pedro Porro is the right wing back. At the moment, they've got 6 at the back because Heung-min Son is playing as a left back.
Forget Ange ball. Postecoglou has gone pragmatic. They still lead 1-0. Ahmad comes to a standstill, plays it back. Casemiro's first time ball in. Papsar headed it away before it could reach Garnacho. Out it goes off his head for a throw to Manchester United, 10 yards up from the far left corner.
You think from Tottenham's point of view, if they are going to play this defensive, what have they got on the counter-attack? You look for pace. Okay, they've got the pace of Son, possibly Solanke, but now Johnson's gone off. They've got no outball.
Yoro's forward. That's the voice of Paul Robinson, who's with us here on BBC Radio 5 Live. Ahmed, Casemiro shuffles it forward. Van de Ven, his header away. If the match winner is Brennan Johnson, then the match saver will be Van de Ven with that acrobatic goal line clearance. Still they're looking to protect this slender lead. Mazraoui challenged by Bissouma. Goes out for the United throw, down by the corner flag, hurriedly taken by Mazraoui. Ahmad swings over the cross. Headed away by Van de Ven. Solanke, his header, he has to chase himself, but Maguire will get there first towards Yoro. Maguire in the centre circle. as Manchester United, with their red shirts, find England international. Great noise though coming from the Tottenham support in the end that Manchester United are attacking. Here is Ahmad in towards Batshuayi, first time cross, Bentancur, his header headed away by Van der Ven inside his penalty area, just keeps coming back though at Tottenham. Euro gets away from Solanke, right side of the area, crosses towards the far post, nobody is there. Garnacho will retrieve it, 2 or 3 yards up from the byline. Garnacho picks out Bruno Fernandes. Bruno Fernandes can't get a sight of goal. Back towards Garnacho. Garnacho with a cutback, swept to safety by Basuma.
Defence versus attack. It's all Manchester United. Tottenham can't clear the box. They can't get off the edge of their own 18-yard box. Every time they do, it comes straight back at them. They've got nobody up the field. They've got no out ball. It's going to be a long 10 minutes for Tottenham if they're going to defend like this.
Here is Garnacho on the left-hand side. Showed too much towards Porro, who's been outstanding. This is his 50th game of this season for Tottenham Hotspur. And Postecoglou was raving about him the other week. Solanke's done ever so well. Solanke on the right, forward towards Son. And that needed to be an excellent challenge by Batshuayi, and it was well timed on the edge of the area. Otherwise Son was in. Now Euro picks it up. And now out towards Bruno Fernandes on that far side, the left. Garnacho, Manchester United still pressing. Here is Bruno Fernandes, crosses into the penalty area, saved by Vicario, pats it down gently.
That's the only option that Tottenham have got on the counter-attack. It is all Manchester United. For them now, it's about moving the ball quickly, trying to pull these white shirts out of position. Tottenham have made the stance. You can see clearly what they're going to do. For Manchester United now, it's about trying to overpower them. It's about getting ball in the wide areas, but keeping the pace of the game going and trying to pull the Tottenham defenders out of the position. They're having all the possession. It's literally defence against attack. It's one-way traffic.
I mentioned Tottenham's record in UEFA competition in the country of Spain. Manchester United fans will certainly not need reminding of their last European final in Spain, in Barcelona, when they came from behind to beat Bayern Munich by 2 goals to 1, as Dalot is going to be coming on for Manchester United. Another one who's coming back from injury. He's missed the last 6 games with a calf problem, so again he won't be fully fit. But they, in a desperate attempt to try and salvage their season, in a desperate attempt to try and salvage this Europa League final, with 7 minutes remaining. Manchester United have Garnacho on the ball, far side the left as they trail by a goal to 0. Come on you Spurs, from the Tottenham Hotspur supporters, to try and carry their side over the line. Shaw, just in on the touchline, back towards Maguire. He's almost at a standstill. Out to Batshuayi. Ahmad with the whip in front of the Spurs substitutes, who you can hear offering their own vocal encouragement. As Ahmad lost out to a doggy. Basuma gives it to a doggy, who now has to go it alone. The white shirts, tired white legs there from some of the Tottenham players in the white shirts. And then Udogie is fouled by Xerxes, and that is shown a yellow card. But you can see the cramp. Udogie's got cramp.
He's run a long way, Udogie. That's the only time that Tottenham have managed to venture into the Manchester United half for a long time. He had no support, he had nobody around him. He wins a vital free kick just to get his team up the pitch, just to get them some kind of a respite. Manchester United have got all the possession, they've got all the ball. Tottenham really struggling.
And it is a little bit of respite as we wait to see. It's going to be like for like. Batshuayi has gone off, Dalot has come on. It is his 50th appearance in European competition. Ahmad is getting some instructions as well from Ruben Amorim, as Spurs have a free kick, and I think probably for the first time in this second half, and we're now in the 85th minute, every outfield player is in the Manchester United half as they play from right to left.
It's just been non-stop, hasn't it? It's been an absolutely fast, flying, pace game. It has lacked quality. In all honesty, there's a lot of quality players on the pitch, but it's lacked a lot of quality in the right areas. It's been so scrappy.
Rob tells me that Spurs have only made 20 passes in the last 20 minutes. Son curls the free kick in. It was one that was dropping very, very awkwardly, and Danso was the one who threw himself at it. Just couldn't get the touch there, and it goes out for a goal kick.
Nearly got round the far post, didn't he? Manchester United holding a very high line on the edge of the 18-yard box. It was a free kick from quite deep, quite a way out. Good ball in by Son. Nobody picked Danso up round the far post. You feel a goal at this point for Tottenham, that would do it. Yes,
it surely would, with 5 minutes remaining. But Manchester United are the ones who've been awarded a free kick, which Bruno Fernandes wants to take. Fernandes right-footed, diagonal ball, Maguire gets there on the head, flag goes up. Casemiro also, who is rising, and Vicario, lying on top of the ball, is in no hurry to get back to his feet. We see this a lot now from goalkeepers these days, don't we?
Well, the Tottenham players are going down all over the pitch. The doggy's just gone down on this near touch line underneath us. Christian Romero, as the ball goes into the goalkeeper's hand, Harry Maguire was absolutely raging. He just throws himself to the floor in the 6-yard box. Maguire goes over, tries to pick him up. But Tottenham really are trying to see out this clock. They're struggling at this point. And listen, I've been to a lot of Manchester United games this year, none more so than the late drama at home in the quarter-final against Lyon. There's still time.
There is still time. Casemiro spreads play. Udogie running back, heads it away, picked up by Xerxes. Xerxes now runs forward, holds off the challenge of Basuma. Xerxes with a shot. Basuma though recovered and got a very good block in on the edge of the penalty area. Dalot picks it up. Dalot to Ahmad just on the inside of it. 3 minutes remain of normal time. Tottenham Hotspur still lead Manchester United in this all-English affair by a 1-0. Manchester United knocking at the door. Shaw with a cross. High. Maguire goes to ground. Romero again tells him to get up. Maguire reacts. Xerxes pushes Romero. There's been that continuing war of words between the two central defenders, and still they continue to bicker.
There's some real frustration. Aggression's pouring out now. Xerxes getting involved. Van de Ven and Romero, you could see from the start they've been up for this, and it's a real true gritty defensive performance, and those two have been at the heart of it, and they've wound up the Manchester United players. Maguire and Romero have been at it all game.
Vicario goes long. Son tried to hook it with a volley goalwards. Romero and Maguire again clash. Romero reacts. Maguire is having to be pushed away by some of the Tottenham players. Starting to get ugly. Yellow card has been shown to Harry Maguire by the German referee, and Xerxes is having to be restrained by Bentancur at the moment as well. Xerxes, who himself is on a yellow card.
It was a poor challenge from Harry Maguire. Romero certainly making the most of it. Romero got there first. He won the header. Maguire just wraps his arm around him, checks him, sends him to the ground. Harry Maguire's getting very frustrated. He's in that makeshift centre-forward role when Manchester United are in possession. We've got to that point in the game. Christian Romero still laid on the floor.
I think it was the Daily Mirror today that had the headline on the back page, Rocky Bilbao. And Ange Postecoglou coming out fighting. Well, at the minute, you've got these two teams. It has felt like the Battle of Bilbao, because it hasn't been one for the purists, has it, at all?
No, it's been a really tough watch and a very, very nervous one from a Tottenham fan's point of view in the second half. All the Tottenham fans all season have cried for Ange to be a bit more pragmatic, a bit more defensively tight, playing a different system, and maybe be hard to beat in a cup final for 45 minutes. Thus far, they've managed to achieve that, but it's certainly not been pretty.
So Jed Spence and Archie Gray are coming on. Again, defensive reinforcements. Garnacho has just told Sarr to get off the field. Sarr has then pushed Garnacho. Bentancur getting involved with Garnacho once again. It's all getting very, very needless. Kobbie Mainoo's going to be coming on as well for Manchester United. So first of all, it is going to be Udogie who goes off for Jed Spence, for him to come on to replace Udogie. Not surprised about that, because he's had cramp.
Yeah, he's been tightening up Udogie. He's put in a lot of work. He's worked tirelessly backwards and forwards. Archie Gray comes on for Pat Sarr. I think it's going to be Jed Spence will come in, sit in that left back area. He's done well of late, Jed Spence. Done well to get back into the side. And for Manchester United, Kobbie Mainoo coming on.
So Dorgu has gone off for Kobbie Mainoo, and then you've had Pat Sarr and Udogie going off for Gray and Spence to come on. They're the changes that have been made.
As we're waiting for added time, the referee's now done his substitutions. He's gone back for his other board. We're about to find out how long they've got left.
Here comes the fourth official. 7 minutes of added on time that we're now into. 7 minutes for Tottenham Hotspur to hang on. 7 minutes for Manchester United to try and conjure up something here in Bilbao.
Harry Maguire, he's staying up there now. He's between Romero and Kevin Danso. Where have we seen that combination late in the game before? Kobbie Mainoo and Harry Maguire.
Well, take you back. Oh, hold on. There's going to be a yellow card shown to somebody on the Manchester United bench. It's not to Ruben Amorim. It was to somebody else who's spoken out of turn. In fact, it might be Lindelof, the substitute, who's been shown a yellow card. Tensions boiling over down below. 6 minutes remain then. Come on, you Spurs, is the cry away towards our right. Dello picks it up. Casemiro now towards Shaw. Shaw towards Garnacho. Garnacho passes the ball to Dallo. Out it goes to Amad. Xerxing, right side of the penalty area, back towards Amad. But Spurs are defending well, restricting Manchester United to few opportunities. Yoro leaves it for Dallo. Diagonal ball enters the penalty area. Maguire is in there. Came off Maguire's head last, and it'll be a goal kick.
He's wrestling again, Harry Maguire and Romero. Bruno Fernandes is round the referee. Maguire and Fernandes both in the referee's ear. Now trying to get Tottenham to hurry up and take this goal kick. There's one big moment in this game for somebody. There's an opportunity for a Manchester United player. There's a save to come from the Tottenham goalkeeper. With 5 minutes to go, there's going to be a match-defining moment at some point. You can just feel it coming.
Well, as we've already touched upon, they have had and got a history of leaving it late. We see images of some Manchester United supporters in tears. Young Manchester United supporters in tears who've been lucky enough to get a ticket inside this stadium today. Meanwhile, contrast that to the emotions of the Tottenham supporters who are starting to celebrate, jumping up and down, hugging each other, some bare-chested. The white and navy flags are flying. They are so close. They're within touching distance. As Jed Spence waits to take it, chips it forward, cut out by Dallo. Bruno Fernandes goes towards Shaw, runs forward on the edge of the area. Garnacho collecting the ball midway through his own half. Now towards Yoro, to Amad, who comes forward with 4 minutes remaining. He wanted Dallo to go on ahead of him. Instead they have to go back. Still playing in front of Tottenham. Archie Gray with his fresh legs runs forward. Shaw finds Garnacho. Garnacho with a cross. Headed away very, very well by Bissouma. Bruno Fernandes volleys the ball out towards Amad. He's the go-to man. Amad, right corner of the area with a cross. It's a teasing one. Good header away that by Kevin Danso under pressure.
That's an excellent header away by Danso, and he's trying to get the Spurs defenders and the players out of the 6-yard box and out of the 18-yard box. But yet again, Manchester United come once again. Another wave of possession and pressure.
Amad to Dallo. Dallo goes in field. Yoro 30 yards out from goal. Porro's flying, header away. Reaches Bruno Fernandes. Thought about the shot. Sticks it onto his left boot. Passes the ball out wide. Garnacho cuts it back. Archie Gray is there. Spurs obdurate opposition. Bruno Fernandes, edge of the area towards Garnacho. Is there a way through? Garnacho to Yoro. Yoro shot from distance. The Spurs celebrations and cheers will tell you it's over the top as seconds tick by, and by my watch we're about 2.5 minutes away as Ange Postecoglou indeed checks with the fourth official.
There's a lot of dejected body language in red shirts there. The referee now telling Vicario to hurry up. Ball into the box again, well defended by Tottenham. They've defended their goals so well, the back three that it is now. Romero, Danso, Van de Ven. Romero and Van de Ven have been absolutely outstanding tonight, the two Tottenham centre-halves.
Under 2 minutes remaining. Manchester United need an equaliser. Tottenham Hotspur are so close. I was actually in a text conversation with somebody quite high up at Tottenham today, and they said it feels different. This time it feels different. This time it may well be different. Shaw over the halfway line. Goes long. Flick header by Dalot into the path of Ahmed. Back towards Dalot, first time cross. High, swinging towards the far post. The bodies go up. Bit of a player goes down inside a very crowded 6-yard area. Felix Bayer, the German referee's not having any of that.
Casemiro, I think it was, yeah. Casemiro is a real melee at the far post. Good ball into the Tottenham box. They somehow managed to smuggle it away. Casemiro went down looking for the penalty. Referee wasn't interested.
We're now in Barcelona time in Bilbao. Ahmed to Dalot. Back towards Ahmed. Bruno Fernandes. Deafening whistles from the Tottenham supporters. Work it back out towards the right. Dalot's cross, queuing up. What a save from Vicario! What a save that was! Diving low down to his left. It was a goal-bound header, but Vicario responded so well.
Brilliant save by Vicario. That could have just won Tottenham the game. It's an incredible save by Vicario. Free header for Luke Shaw, down to his left. Strong hands.
Dalot with another cross. Shaw again is there. Headed out by Danso. By my watch, it's 15 seconds into the penalty area. Headed away by Van de Ven. Intense late pressure. Dalot wins a corner kick for Manchester United. The keeper's coming up, Onana.
This is it. This is it for Manchester United. This is last-ditched opportunity. It's a free header in the box. It's a really well-worked play from Manchester United. Luke Shaw forces a brilliant save from Vicario. What a massive moment that could be for Vicario and Tottenham. This really is the last throws.
The 7 minutes of added on time are up. We're now at the discretion of the referee. This has got to be the last bit of the action. It's a corner kick to Manchester United in front of the Tottenham supporters, who bear now not to watch. Those premature celebrations are on hold. Corner kick. In it comes from Dalot. The keeper is there. Up it goes to Garnacho into the side netting. Now the Spurs supporters can celebrate. They are desperate for the referee to blow his whistle. They are close. They are so close now. All eyes on the referee.
It's a really good defensive header there at the near post by Basuma. Comes up to Garnacho. Garnacho and Casemiro fighting over it at the far post. Ends up going into the side netting. The Tottenham players surrounding the referee. They're desperate for the final whistle, trying to tell their own players to get up and get on with the game.
Basuma went to ground, and then Romero said, no, get onto your feet. They know that when this ball goes in the air, the referee will surely blow the final whistle. The long wait is over. Tottenham Hotspur players drop to their knees. The substitutes spill onto the pitch, and the wild celebrations in the Tottenham Hotspur end. It is their first European trophy in 41 years. It is their first bit of silverware in 17 years and 86 days. And Ange Postecoglou has delivered on his promise of silverware in his second season. Perhaps a parting gift, who knows? But Tottenham Hotspur have salvaged their season. Meanwhile, at the other end, the Manchester United supporters are heading to the exits in their droves, and they face the unusual prospect of no European football next season. However, for Tottenham, they will be rubbing shoulders with Europe's elite, but for now, they're not bothered about that. They've won a trophy for the first time since 2008.
What scenes and limbs over to our right hand side, those Tottenham Hotspur supporters for this club. They've won a trophy, they take away that Spursy tag. Nobody can point that at them anymore. 17 long years without a trophy, away for silverware. A really poor domestic campaign has all turned round. A European trophy, Champions League football, and who knows what springboard that could be for the club. But for those supporters that have waited so long, the outpour and emotion is absolutely phenomenal.
Brennan Johnson, the match winner. Van der Ven with his acrobatic goal line clearance, and Vicario for his splendid saves, the match savers, as the celebrations go on here in Bilbao, and I'm sure they'll go on